Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy is pushing his partners to take more straightforward actions. He wants NATO countries to help intercept Russian missiles over Ukraine and allow Kyiv to use Western weapons against enemy military equipment amassing near the border.
300 літаків росіяни застосують по території України.
Russians are using 300 planes on the territory of Ukraine. We need at least 120, 130 planes to resist, to fight back in the sky. You can't provide that right now. Okay, let's get back to air defense. You can't provide that either. You cannot provide F-16 yet. So we are getting back to the planes that you have on the territory of neighboring NATO countries. Raise them up. You have them. Use them. Shoot down targets. Protect civilians.
The head of the Ukrainian state expressed confidence that the alliance countries can do this, and this will not be considered involvement in the war.
Вони збивають потенційну ракету, як
They would shoot down a missile that could potentially blow up a gas storage facility from where gas is transported to NATO countries. Is this protecting it? Yes. Or they would shoot down a missile that could potentially hit civilians of a NATO country. Is this defending them? Yes.
Minister of Foreign Affairs of Ukraine Dmytro Kuleba also called on partners to shoot down Russian missiles over Ukraine from their territory or to provide the necessary air defense systems and aircraft with the appropriate technical capabilities for this.
Немає жодного юридичного
There is no legal, security or moral argument standing in the way of our partners shooting down Russian missiles over Ukrainian territory from their territory. Those who say that such actions would be an escalation are manipulating. We have many times heard the argument about the need to avoid escalation, but over the past 2 years the only party engaged in escalation is the Russian Federation.
Since the beginning of the full-scale war, Western partners have provided weapons to Ukraine to combat Russian aggression on Ukrainian territory. Experts explain this position by fear of aggravation from the Russian side.
The restrictions make it more difficult for Ukrainian forces to defend Kharkiv, which is currently threatened by a renewed Russian offensive. If Ukraine could strike at the Russian troops just across the border in Russia that are about to move into Ukraine, Russia would have much greater logistical problems launching this current offensive. And if we allow Ukraine to shoot at the Russian jets that are in Russian airspace and are launching the glide bombs, fewer people in Kharkiv would be dying. John Erbst, senior director of the Eurasia Center at the Atlantic Council, in an interview with the Voice of America.
The Intelligence Committee of the U.S. House of Representatives released an appeal from a group of congressmen from both parties to Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin, calling on him to speed up arms supply to Ukraine. Lawmakers also said they would support allowing Ukraine to attack targets inside Russia and proposed expanding training for Ukrainians on American F-16 fighter jets. Reported by Dana Kolesnik, Yulia Bil, UATV News.